Hello, join us as we calculate the volume of water in a rectangular pond. Hello and welcome to Catfish Enterprise. So if you are new to the channel, do well to hit on the subscribe button, turn up your notification. We have a lot of videos for you. So today we are going to be looking at the stocking density, the volume of water in a pond, how to calculate it. Now, how do I know how many fishes I'm going to stock in a particular pond? How do I know the water level in a particular pond? So the volume of the water, that's what we are going to be doing in this video today. And it's a practical class because we are going to be doing the calculation with getting a pond. We'll know the length, we'll know the width, and also we'll know the height, and we'll do the calculation for you. A lot of persons ask us questions. I'm starting out, I want to get a pond. What the size of pond should I get if I'm going for a 4,000 capacity? What the size of pond should I get if I'm going for a 5,000, a 10,000, a 20,000? Now, this has to do with the different kinds of pond, the trampoline, the earthen, the concrete. There's also some mistakes some persons make in terms of checking the volume of water in a particular pond. Now, this mistake goes in the way of the height of or the water level in the pond. You see some persons, they will tell you I have a 10 by 10 4-feet pond, and the water level in that pond is not even up to 3 feet. They don't get the water to 3 feet, or they don't get the water to the 4 feet, and they are doing the calculation based on 4 feet. At the end of the day, you will overstock that pond without knowing. So what do? You look at the water level. You measure from the water level in the pond. Let's say if your pond is 4 feet and the water height gets to 3 feet. So what you have is a 10 by 10, 3 feet. So that's how you calculate the volume of the water in the pond for that particular pond. You don't calculate by the general size of the pond, but the water level in a particular pond. So stay tuned as we give you the breakdown on the calculation of how to check the volume of water and your stocking density for a given. So hello, now we are at the table to show you the volume of water, how you calculate the volume of water in your pond. So today we have a rectangle pond. As you can see the pond here, this is a rectangle pond like the normal pond you have in your farm. Now it can be the concrete pond, it can be your trampoline pond, it can also be the earthen pond. Now that has the rectangle shape. Now you know in every pond we'll have the length, we have the width, and also we have the height. And some of our ponds are measured in either the feet or in meters. So most of the pond, they measure it in the feet, or some places measure it in the meter. But in either of the ways, any of the pond you have, you can also do the calculation. As you can see over here, in the height of this pond, we have it is a 4-feet pond, which is approximately 1.3 meters. So there's a conversion from the feet to the meters. So if your pond is measured in feet, you just have to convert it to the meters. And a meter is 3.2 feet. So you just do the conversion and you get the measurements for the meters or the feet. Any one the pond is being measured in. You can use your tape rule to do the measurement. Also, we have the width, the length of the pond, and also the width of the pond. Now, bear in mind that the height of your pond is not the total height you are measuring. As I said, what you measure is your water level. So we are assuming that the water, this is, let's say, it's a 5-feet pond height, but your water level is at 4 feet. So you also always measure your water level to get the volume of your pond. So we'll go straight to do the calculation on how to know the volume of water in your pond. Because if you know the volume of water in your pond, you can estimate the number of fishes you put in that pond. Now, we'll use the meters to do our calculation. And if you look over here, we have a conversion table whereby a meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So we'll start to do the calculation. Now, for our height, we have 1.3 meters, now which is equals to 130 centimeters. like you see the conversion over there. So this is for our height, for the height of the pond. Then the next is the length of the pond. So the length of the pond is 3 meters, which is equals to 300 centimeter. So we have 300 centimeter for the length. Then the width of our pond. Then we look at the width of our pond. The width of our pond is 1.5 meters. Now, which is equals to 150 centimeter. So we'll use the formula for calculating for the rectangle, which is the length times the width times the height. So now we now have 130 times 300 times 150. So now remember, all these are in centimeters. So we have to get the calculation. So you can pick your calculator at this point and you just punch it to get the value for the length times the breadth times the height. Now bear in mind that your pond might be of a different measurement. So what you just have to do is to follow the procedures, change the numbers we have here with the number you have in your pond, and you have the same result to know the stocking density of your pond. So for this, we have 5 million. Oh, this is a big number. If we are not calling money, it's just the pond we are calculating. 5,850,000. Know that this is in centimeter. Now it will be in centimeter cube. Centimeter cube, because of centimeter, and centimeter we have there. So now we'll go into calculating. Now we are looking at volume, and volume is in the liters. So the volume we are looking at for is in the liters. So what are we going to do? We have to convert this to liters. Now, another conversion we have to do is 1 centimeter cube is equals to 1 milliliter, mu. Some people call it mu, milliliter now. Then, then 1 milliliter is equals to 1,000 liters. It's equals to 1,000 liters. So what are we going to do? We have to divide this by 1,000. So we just have to go down and do 5,850,000 divided by 1,000. Now to get our liters. So we punch your calculator to do that. 5,850,000 divided by 1,000. So once we divide this, we'll have 5,850. So 5,850 liters. So now this is the liters in this pond, a 10 by 5 pond by 4 feet height. Remember I said it is the water level that we are checking, not the total pond. So now this is the volume in this pond, volume of water in this pond. Now this can help you to know the amount of fishes to stock in a particular kind of pond. So you can go through these videos, follow the processes in this video, and you can do the proper calculation of the volume of water in your pond. Now some person will tell you that the 1 kg of fishes will need like 10 liters of water. So with that parameters, you can now know, okay, how many fishes will be enough to be stocked in this pond. So thank you very much for joining us, and in our next video we are going to be doing how to calculate in a circular pond for those that use a circular pond or a bowl for their farm. So we'll do a calculation on that. So for a 4 feet, 10 feet, 5 feet pond, you have 5,850 liters.